It probably looks like I'm recording this right after Rack of the Week 113, which was 5 days late. But this is the next day. This is Sunday. And I just got back from the pool hall, which is why it's after 7 o'clock at night here. I won a little weekly 9-ball tournament. I split for first, but that was fun. But here's Rack of the Week 114. I call it mismanufacturing. We're still watching Nick Vandenberg. And why not? The guy really put in 5, 6, 7 hour days. I like what he's doing here. He's got an inside angle on this break shot, and he's carefully measuring where the 90 degrees so he can really predict where he's going to hit the ball. I think if he thought that the cue ball was going to hit the low side of this 15, he would shoot with draw. And of course, if he's going to hit the top side of it, he would shoot with a high ball and maybe even some left English, expecting to go to this rail and wanting to keep the cue ball out of this pocket, left English to bring it back this way. But he measures it, and I think he's hitting it right on the nose. And so, yeah, you can see where his cue stick is pointing. He's hitting it right on the nose. So he's just hitting it with straight follow. You're going to see the cue ball back up and curve around the rack. So good decision to take that time and do that and measure that carefully. This is a great result for that kind of break shot. There's only, I'm going to pause it real quick, there's only 5 balls in the center of the table. There isn't a good break shot. And this happens a lot when you're hitting the ball hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls loose from the rack, but all of them kind of in the perimeter, and then 5 balls in the rack area. So it's very runnable if you can get a break ball. Now the 3 ball could be a break ball, but it's pretty high. He would love to manufacture a better break ball, and I would be wanting to do the same thing. And that's what's on his mind, you can tell. From the very first shot, he's shooting the 9 instead of the 7. I would have, yeah. So now he's got an angle on the 1. He could shoot the 14, but he's going to draw back on the 1. That was an attempt to move these balls over and make a break shot. So that was attempt number 1, not successful. I love this shot. That's an attempt to make a break ball, and he did it. Now, he might have wanted to hit the top side of the 14, and then the 14 would have stopped here, but boy, that's pretty nitpicky. I think this 14 is a great break shot, but he doesn't like it. I've noticed that Nick likes lower center rack break shots and lower break shots. And so you can see what he did there. I'll pause it just real quick. He's trying to make another break shot. He was trying to hit the 11 ball. Now, if you hit the 11 full, you're going to knock the 5 into this ball, and one or both of these balls will move into break shot position. And if the cue ball stops here, then you've got an insurance ball on the 14 or possibly the 3. But I think he was trying to hit the low side of it because, yeah, now my light keeps shutting off. Because if you hit the low side, then the cue ball is going to go this way. That means that the 7 ball in this pocket is your insurance ball, and you'll still accomplish the same thing. The problem is you can't hit it as hard, because if you hit it too hard at just the right angle, you scratch. So I think, in my opinion, that's what happened there. So in trying to be too delicate, that was attempt number 2 at manufacturing a break ball, and he missed the 11 completely. So making a break ball is still in his mind. What I would do here, I'm going to shoot this 7, and I'm going to come straight up this way and try and split these balls, because I think I'm going to have a shot on the 14 in the side next, or the 2 ball, or possibly the 11 ball, but I have a chance to push one or both of these balls into break shot position. I don't think there's a big risk of not having a follow-up shot. Nick chooses a different route. And I've seen him do this a lot in his runs. He's going to force follow and spin forward and come over here. Now, from this position, I'm going to still try and open these balls and maybe make a better break shot, but I'm not going to disturb the 14. But Nick has other things in mind. He's trying to loosen those balls using the 14. So look at him. He's trying to get that to stop, and it didn't. If that 14 just there, he's a fast shooter. Well, he's only on a run of 70 balls. So he's trying to get to 100 quickly. He's not trying to overthink things. And that's good strategy when you're trying to set a long run. You don't want to wear yourself out physically and mentally. So that's what he's doing. He's shooting quickly, and that's fine. But if that 14 had glanced the 5 or the 11, these would have opened up, and he would have had a break shot right here. And in worst case, he would have to shoot the 2 or this pink ball. But probably he would have had a shot on another ball. So that's what the third attempt to manufacture a break ball that didn't work out. What do? Keep shooting, keep trying. So now he's going to shoot the 14 and try and run into those 3 balls and make a break ball. And he hit one, but yeah, look at him, he's frustrated. He wanted to hit that full. He probably would have come away with a break shot. Now I was looking at it. Again here, what I would do, if you care what I would do, I'm going to shoot this stripe. And I'm going to send the cue ball to the bottom rail and come up and bump these balls. If I hit this stripe ball on this side, that'll push this over, and my next shot's going to be this pink ball. Or possibly the cue ball will come off, and I'll have a shot on this stripe ball back this way. Okay. If I hit this side, then I'm probably going to knock this ball this way and knock this ball up, and I'm probably going to have to shoot a delicate shot on the 15 in the side, or possibly the 2. But that's what I'm going to go for, and I'm going to try and hit this stripe on this side. Nick has other plans, and what he decides, it might be hard to see, but what I think he's trying to do is get an angle on this ball, or possibly this one. So that's the shot line to the pocket. He's going to shoot this pink ball and try and come around 2 rails out of that corner and land on this side of the shot line so that he can shoot one of these balls and nudge a ball over for break ball position. That's my guess. See, he's looking at these. He doesn't have that angle now. Yeah, he's evaluating. He's probably considering that shot that I talked about, but he decides to go to, it's a real power shot. He's going to come 2 rails out of this corner and try and land there, and he comes up short. But this is, I would call this attempt number 4, because if he landed right, he's going to be able to make a break ball with a follow-up shot. Let me know in the comments if you think that's what he was trying to do. Yeah, it didn't quite come far enough. You don't want to come too far, because then you end up on the rail and you're really in a tough spot. So what do you do from here? I think he still has the same shot. Shoot this ball, bottom rail, come up and hit those. But he's still trying to manufacture a break shot. And it's possible that center stripe goes. I forget. Yeah, that's what he's shooting. Yeah. So see him tapping the table? He's trying to get it to slow down. It went too far again. So that was like his 5th attempt. Because if the cue ball stopped, it's on the shot line. If it had stopped just a little below the shot line, he could have shot this ball, hit the edge of this one to knock it into break ball position. The cue ball comes up here, you shoot the 2, 15, and you're on your break shot. I think it was a great attempt, but boy, it's so hard. That's his 5th attempt at manufacturing that became a mismanufacture. So what do you do now? He gets into the next rack. What do you think he does? He's going to thin this ball and tap the 15, because if you get the 15 to come out, now he may have wanted to tap the 15 up here, because then you can play position for this angle and you got 2 rails behind the rack. And even from where he's at right now, drawing this ball back, he could play position. He could shoot this ball and play position up here. That's okay. You cut this ball on the side, and you've got 2 rails behind the rack to break the stack. And the announcers mentioned this too. The ball stops here, and wouldn't you love it if this ball wasn't there? Because you've got the perfect angle for a break shot right now. Boom, right into the rack. That's great. And I love this rack. Part of the reason why I'm showing this rack is because I'm going to mark this ball. See where the cue ball is now? He'd love to have the cue ball right back there. Watch this. Almost perfect. Rather than trying to bring the cue ball up here where you have a lot of margin of error for where that cue ball can stop. What a shot. I'm just congratulating Nick on that shot. That was fantastic. Let me fast forward to the break shot. This is similar to the break shot that opened the rack of Rack of the Week 113, which was 2 days ago. Just stroke this ball with a high ball and let the big dog hunt. And look at that. He would have scratched if that 6 ball didn't stop it. But that straight pull, that happens a lot. What a great rack, and the run is continuing. And I don't remember how far he gets, but go to, I'll put the link in the description. There's a Facebook page that has Nick's runs that you can watch if you have time. Some great straight pull to watch. Thank you for watching. See you next week on Rack of the Week.